I think it's a great result for Man United. And you look at the Liverpool side of things, a lot's been made of the centre-halves missing, but I think the forwards are really struggling.
Aren't they?
Really struggling, just don't seem to be clicking, they're snatching at things, a little bit panicky. So I think if they're going to have to improve. They're going to have to pick up their quality very quickly if they're going to have a say in this league title.
Yeah, 3 points from 12 for Liverpool now.
Well, that run's not good enough. I think today was pretty circumstantial in terms of the result, the performance. I don't think either manager will be too disappointed. I think Solskjaer will be happy, very happy. I don't think Jurgen Klopp will be too disappointed. It's really important that they didn't go 6 points clear today, Manchester United. I mean, that's really important. So it was one of those games where the longer it goes, you didn't see Liverpool throwing on attacker after attacker. It was almost like, it's not so bad, don't give this game away. And if anything, Manchester United looked the more dangerous the longer the game went on. OK, so 0-0 at Anfield, still one very important game to come today. Of course, Pep Guardiola and Manchester City will have been watching the outcome at Anfield with interest before they take to the field at the Etihad to face Crystal Palace. Earlier today, a return for winning ways, 3 goals and 3 points for Spurs. That after those wins yesterday for West Brom, for Brighton, for West Ham, for Chelsea and for Leicester. And of course, the match week is rounded off in the Monday night football with Arsenal against Newcastle United. So in terms of the first and third places, it's as you were before kickoff. Manchester United go on to 37 points, 2 clear of Leicester, themselves 1 clear of the champions. Spurs have gone 4th, and Manchester City now know if they beat Crystal Palace in our final game of the day, they go into 2nd place, and they also significantly go above the champions Liverpool for the first time all season. And of course, they play again in the week against Aston Villa, so there is a chance by Wednesday evening they could be top of the Premier League. At the bottom, Sheffield United still with 5 points, still 11 clear of safety. West Brom and Fulham, the other 2 teams, of course, in the relegation zone. West Brom boosted by that win yesterday, and likewise Brighton, who are up to 17 points, just 2 behind Newcastle, who play Arsenal tomorrow. United 0-0 at Anfield between the champions and the league leaders. Let's hear from the captain, shall we? Here is Harry Maguire.
Harry, ended on as even. What did you make of it?
I thought they started the game better than us, and then I think the second half we come into it a lot more, was a lot braver on the ball, and we created the best 2 chances of the game, and on another day we win the game.
Was the whole thing a fairly cagey affair?
Yeah, it was cagey, but it was 2 good teams matching up, and we found it difficult the first half to get a rhythm to the game. The press was high, we knew it was going to be high, but the intensity, we didn't get the rhythm with the ball. We spoke about it at half-time. We was 0-0 at half-time and we was disappointed in our performance. We thought we could have done a little bit better. The second half I felt it was a lot better, and we created openings, and like I say, we had two great chances and 2 great saves.
Were you disappointed you weren't able to exploit the fact they didn't have first-choice centre-halves?
Well, there's a lot of talk about the first-choice centre-halves, but they've had a great defensive record ever since they've had all these injuries. So it just shows that they've got lots of options there. Obviously, Jordan's gone in there, and I've played with him numerous times. He can play in there, and no, I think obviously we knew that they were short on centre-halves, but like I've said, they've got lots of options, and ever since they've had all these injuries, the defensive record's been good.
Is it a better point for you, do you feel, than for them? Because obviously it maintains the gap between you.
Well, some people will look at that, but no, we come into the game, we wanted to win. You could see our intent in the second half. We wanted to go on and get the 3 points. So I haven't been in the dressing room, but I'm sure we'll feel a little bit disappointed in there that we haven't come away with the 3 points. But like you say, it's a point. It's a tough place to come, and we've got to move on now and get a result next week.
Is that in itself, what you just said, a measure of how far you've come? You're disappointed with the point at Anfield?
Well, yeah, I think you can see from our performance here compared to how it was here last year, where it was a tight, edgy game last year, but we wasn't brave at all. We come a bit timid, and we didn't play on the front foot, and I felt in the second half we really had the intensity to go on and try and win the game. But yeah, it shows how far we've come. We're not getting carried away. There's a lot of improvement that we need to do as well, for sure. So we'll work hard, we'll get on the training pitch, and we'll try and get 3 points in the next game.
So that's the view of the captain of the Premier League leaders. What about the skipper of the Premier League champions? Here's the views of Jordan Henderson.
Jordan, what's your reaction to the game?
we'll be a little disappointed that we haven't took the 3 points at home. You know, I thought we'd done enough to win the game, especially first half. A lot of the ball, creating chances, just couldn't find the back of the net really. But yeah, they had 1 or 2 chances as well, to be fair to them. We know they're dangerous on the counter-attack, so they had 1 or 2 chances. But overall, I felt as though we were the better team to win the game.
Do you think perhaps it just wasn't quite clicking for you in the final third?
Yeah, it seems to be the problem at the minute, you know, in the box, just finding that little bit of luck, a drop to someone and get a clean strike on it, or ricochets off someone and goes in. So that can happen in football sometimes. You just got to keep going, keep working hard, and hopefully it can change quickly.
How much was it a game of punch and counter-punch today?
Well, we were dangerous on the counter-attack. They were dangerous, obviously, away from home. The record speaks for itself. So we knew it would be a tough game. But like I said, I thought performance level was really good, you know. Counter-pressing, winning the ball back quickly was good. They're always going to have 1 or 2 moments, but it's about trying to limit that. And I felt as though we did that well today. And overall, again, like I said, we'll be disappointed not to take the 3 points.
You say to find that goal, you need a bit of luck. It doesn't help when the ref blows slightly early on the stroke half-time.
Yeah, we weren't happy about that, as you can imagine. Strange, very strange. You know, I think he's through on goal if he doesn't blow that. So I don't know. Yeah, we're frustrated at half-time, but still plenty of time for us to score a goal. But again, just lacked that quality in the last bit.
We're not quite at the halfway stage of the season. Where do you think you are right now as a team?
Well, I would say the performance level hasn't been up to the standard over the last few weeks, as we know. But again, this group of lads is showing that we've just got to keep going, keep working hard, keep improving. It's a strange season for everyone this year, I feel, you know. So, yeah, we'll not stop now. You know, we want to keep going. I think again, performance level was very good today, and that's all you can do is leave everything on the pitch, give everything. And I felt as though we did that today, so we can't be too down. You know, I think yes, we want to win, and we tried our best to win today. Unfortunately, we couldn't find the goal to make that happen. But ultimately, it was still a long way to go. Still a lot of points to play for, and we'll give everything right until the end.
Lastly, as a makeshift centre half again, proud of a clean sheet.
Yeah, of course, you know, against United and like you said, the quality they possess. Clean sheet is a positive for us. So, yeah, it's interesting to play there. It's difficult at times, but, you know, the manager's asked us to do a job, and I just try my best to do that.
Well done today. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Clean sheet. They are still 68 Premier League games unbeaten at Anfield. This time last season, they were 13 points clear at the top of the table. They, of course, 3 off Manchester United this evening. Now, he's raised that half-time whistle again that we talked about a little jovially, but he was very serious that they're not happy with this, Michael.
Well, I wouldn't be, to be honest. If I was Sadio Mane, or if I was anyone in the Liverpool team, I think I'd be a little bit annoyed. I mean, the whistle goes literally as he's about to, run in on goal, or the ball has just left his foot, let's say. I don't know. I don't know. The lads
the whistle goes as it's time for the half-time.
Well, of course, but that's not necessarily what happens, is it? I mean, if there's a chance through it,
shouldn't it?
Well,
The suggestion is it's 5 seconds output. 5 seconds early, the whistle.
Yeah.
Is it really? Oh, well, that makes a difference then.
No, but even if it had been on the dot, I still think if you're about to cross a ball into the box or about to play a flu ball or something...
If the time's up, Michael,
no, but
you have to blow the whistle. You can't
normally let a corner come in and things like that. So I think over time you will see that the referees, and I'm trying to keep my unbiased hat on, as an attacking player, normally referees let it go until the chance has fizzled out.
Okay. Paul's still not having it. We do know.
let's just play to Liverpool scoring.
I think if it's one-on-one, you don't blow the whistle, but that scenario, I'm not even interested in that. Doesn't even...
He was one-on-one, though.
Yeah, he was 1-on-3.
As Matt said, I probably would have missed. His finishing's not been the best lately.
Oh.
No, it's not the point. No, I stand by it.
We're moving away from the real lack of quality.
I'm trying to bring it back. You guys are continuing the debate. So,
good, was it?
listen, Harry Maguire talked about the 2 best chances there that fell. Now, is that credit to Alisson, or are you a little bit disappointed United didn't put one of those away?
The first one, probably credit to Alisson. It's a good stop with his feet. I'd still expect to score. What is he on the 6-yard box there? I still expect to score. That's one where Michael will probably tell you finishing wise better. I think it's one where you go high, Michael, into the roof of the net. But Alisson, give him credit. He makes a good save, and look, he made 2 great saves. The other chance, Pogba, I think Pogba has to go low. He's hit it well, don't get me wrong, he's just smashed it, but it's high. I think anything low, it gives you a chance. It can go either side of it, it can go through his legs, it can ricochet off his legs. He slams it right into his body, which I'm not saying it makes it easy for him, but Alisson, he won't really know too much about that. It's just really hit him rather than him saving it.
He caught it really well, hasn't he? I mean, Alisson is just phenomenal. Best goalkeeper in the world, in my opinion. He makes, he rarely makes saves that you think, wow, that's unbelievable, but he does everything. So he never makes a mistake. He makes it hard for the attacker. You've got to finish it brilliantly well to score against him. That's probably the easiest thing to say. I thought Fernandez has a chance. The problem with there is that you're in front of the near post, and when you're letting the ball come across your body, virtually impossible to get any power on it. Yeah. Unless you take it with your near leg and sweep with your left foot, you can get some power. But as soon as you let it go across your body, you almost immediately lose the power. But Scholes's right, if he could have lifted it, that might have been one alternative.
OK, Cavani came on and he was on the shoulder of the defender when Rashford went on a run. You were out of your seat at the time. Why? What should have happened here, Paul?
I thought I should have played him, and I think at one point during it, I think Fabinho does well to actually hold the position, but he's there now, that's the time to play him in. It was a great opportunity. I don't think he was ever going to get round Henderson, who was getting back in.
Cavani's reaction, can't you?
Fabinho does great, and Cavani, look, he's holding him up there. I think Fabinho does well. That's the time now to pass him in. He's clean through, and with Cavani's pedigree and his record, you won't expect him to score because he's a top-class keeper, of course, but he'd had a great chance of scoring.
Or even slow himself up. If he wasn't thinking about putting Cavani in, he needed to straighten himself up and wait for Pogba to come, because Robertson had come across. But in the end, he didn't do either. He just ran and kept on running out over to the corner flag, isn't he? So, I think it was just very indicative of today's performance. They got into really good positions, and that final ball, if it didn't just drop to somebody's feet, there was just a real lack of quality in both teams today.